Welcome back to another episode of Minutes with Margaret. I'm Margaret Coates, Superintendent of Owasso Public Schools, and we have many of our employees who are military veterans, and I'm fortunate enough to be joined today by two of those military veterans, Ms. Tracey Purdum, 6th grade science teacher, and Mr. Chris Allen, social studies teacher here at the high school. So I want to start off by asking you what led you to join the military, and what branch did you serve in, and then why did you select that branch?
My grandfather served in the military. He was Air Force for almost 30 years, and I thought, well, that's kind of a neat background to go through. But what really pushed me to go that far was to go to the Air Force, is what I served, the United States Air Force, was I just couldn't afford college. And the Air Force gave me an opportunity to go to college without having to pay for it and to serve my country at the same time.
That's awesome.
And I came from a long line of Navy members. I was in the British Royal Navy, and my dad served, my grandfather served, my cousin was serving. She came to visit when we were young, and I just thought she looked fantastic in her uniform. And I really, from a young age, thought that was something that I wanted to do. And I also wanted the opportunity to travel. I didn't think I would have that at a young age, so that was another reason, is I thought I would be able to get out there and travel as well.
That's awesome. How many different places were you stationed throughout your military career?
I was stationed in 10 different places, but I've visited and worked in 42 different countries.
Wow. Name them all. No, I'm kidding. What about you, Ms. Purdum?
I was stationed, I want to say, I was trying to calculate, I think 6, possibly 7, and my foreign station that I did was in Naples, Italy, which is where I met my husband, who was a member of the U.S. Navy. So there we go again, Navy theme.
Navy all the way.
And so I've been to a lot of different places, and since I've been in the U.S., I've actually lived in 7 states. On top of all the places I went while I was on my own, I've also been.
So your dream came true of
yes,
travel.
Lots of travel.
Yes. After your service, what led you to become a teacher? So you had mentioned that it paid for college, but what specifically led you to that calling of becoming a teacher?
Yes, one of the things that you do in the military is that you have to always train somebody to take on the job or to take your position if something happens. And you do that over and over, and all those years I thought, I'm pretty good at this. And my wife's a teacher, so I thought the teaching seems kind of fun. So in my military, the Air Force pays for the college, so I went that route, and they paid for my master's degree in secondary education and became a teacher, proudly to serve again.
That's awesome. What about you, Ms. Purdum?
From a very young age, I said I wanted to join the Navy and that I wanted to be a teacher. I was only 7, and people remind me of me saying that at that time. And so I believe I must have had a teacher that I loved when I was that young, and that made me want to be a teacher. Didn't know I would carry it out, but I did. But when I was stationed at a couple of different stations, I got to take service members' children away on adventure training courses, and I really enjoyed working with them, and that was my first glimpse into wanting to be a teacher and work with kids.
That's cool, just carrying it right into your profession now. So having served in the military and being a veteran, what does Veterans Day mean to you now?
I'd say it's that freedom comes with a price. There's always somebody there that's protecting our freedoms, and you never ever want to forget them. You always want to honor them and to know that, hey, we appreciate you for doing that for us.
Yeah, absolutely.
And again, same as Mr. Allen, but I want kids to understand that this is such a huge part of our history, world history. And I'm British, but what Americans went through and during wartime, Brits go through too. And I just don't want them to have an opportunity to forget. And it's the ultimate day, to me, it's the ultimate day of respect. I teach young kids, 10 and 11-year-olds, and I'm so proud of how respectful they are during a Veterans Day assembly, and that they are noticing and they are seeing, and they see all of those people who are there who stand up and say, I've served in the Army, the Air Force, the Marines. They get to see the people that have served for us. It's a very proud thing, I think.
So proud. Yeah. Blood, literally blood has been shed for the freedom we have today.
Yeah.
So on that note, I just want to thank you for your service. Thank you for your service. Appreciate it so much. And thank you to all the veterans in our district for your service. And that concludes another episode of Minutes with Margaret. We'll catch you next time.